So here's the actual numbers. 1,472 degrees F is a typical forest fire. Let's start flipping through slides a bit quicker, Sharon.
Okay.
All right, this is a test that we did. This is our next generation products, not in the market right now. And this is 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, and 4 hours at 1,700 F. So we bumped the test up. So this will end up being a new wall system and a new roof system. Thanks to our financial investors coming in with us, some money is going to be spent on this, finishing the R&D on this. This is a game changer in the industry. No way will a wood house ever reach 4 hours. Next test, next slide, thank you. Here's proof in the pudding. This is the Wolsey Canyon fire, Malibu fire it was best known for. I think it was something like 800 or 900 homes were destroyed, over almost 3,000 people displaced. Down in the valley here's about 115 wooden houses gone. And the owner of this house, with our coatings on it, tried to get out of the house. The road was blocked. He went back in the house and he took this photograph as the fire came up, hit the house, and went past the house with no damage at all. This was published in Wall Street Journal, then 3 times, I think, 3 or 4 times in Forbes magazine. We've now picked up 4 customers in Malibu because of this. Next slide. Floods, mostly in the south. You think of floods, you think of Houston and Katrina and Louisiana, and it's actually all over the place in the US. Let's go to the next slide, please. Typically, at the end of the flood, you know you've lost your furniture anyway, but more than likely you're ripping out your entire interior of your house. So because of the construction trades, and they're at this point overwhelmed with work, they tear out the drywall, they pull out the wet fiberglass, and they don't wait for the studs to dry. You're in a humid environment anyway, and they put new drywall back on it. You've just trapped moisture in your wall. You are going to have mold within months inside that house. Next slide, please. These were tests that we did. We were asked a few times, what happens if you're in salt water? What happens if we've got high sulfate soil? What happens if we've got high phosphate or acids? Acids would only usually be like on a freeway. We've got a truck smashed and just dumped acid or battery acid from a vehicle. So these were tests done with 2x4 cylinders up against a Portland cement-based leading product in the market. So side-by-side tests. In salt water, we had no erosion whatsoever. Sulfate attack, we did significantly better, but these are just sort of average tests. Phosphate, again, fairly average, always doing better. We typically doubled everything. We could last twice as long as the other guys. But when it came to acids, there was a huge difference. Phosphoric acid and sulfuric acid, extremely corrosive on Portland cement-based products.